Well, it's one for the money, for the show. Do anything that you want to do.
It's like that thing we did with Elvis and Around.
Yes.
In the black outfit.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes. God damn. That was great in the movie, too.
Watch that now.
Yeah.
The chicks are going crazy.
See if you can find that. The Elvis and Around.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this video on Elvis is the Man. So I know just about all you guys are familiar with Joe Rogan. He's got a lot of people. He started off on Fear Factor. He did MMA or some UFC stuff. Now he's like a commentator for both. And one of the biggest in the world as far as podcasts. So he's got a lot of people on. And I became aware that he had Ric Flair on. This is a wrestling guy, started back in the 70s. One of the greats. They call him the greatest of all time, really. While he was on there, he started talking about Elvis, and so a few people sent it to me because I can't watch everything, so I really like it when you guys send me little clips of like, hey, Ric Flair talked about Joe, or Ric Flair talked about Elvis. So I want to show you that clip, and I'll just say that as an Elvis fan, like, I love seeing people appreciate Elvis. Like, when I was watching this, I was just literally smiling the whole time. And even when I turned it off, I was still smiling. So I'm going to show you my favorite parts of this. They spoke about Elvis for maybe 4 or 5 minutes off and on. And it was just so cool. So check this out.
And it made it, you know.
Look at this.
Look at this. They're right around him.
I know.
Give me some volume on this. And this was his big comeback show.
Exactly.
And boy, did that fucking take off.
Yeah.
Look at that hair. It's like a Darth Vader helmet or something.
Bro, he was such a talent.
Wait a minute. I forgot the lyrics. Wait a minute. I forgot the lyrics.
This is live. This is awesome.
The bellhop's tears keep flowing. The desk clerk's dressed in black. They've been so long on the street. Never look like
Oh, man.
What a motherfucker he was.
Too much.
So cool.
What a cool motherfucker
I'm
he
still
was.
jealous.
So like I said, I mean, it's nice to see people appreciate Elvis. You know, because like Elvis is the greatest of all time and the biggest name of all time, really, other than, you know, Jesus, that kind of thing. But I mean, in our time period. So, but the thing is, it's like, even though he was so big, you don't really have a lot of people you can share your appreciation or love of Elvis with. I mean, that changed a little bit with the internet. Now fans from all over the world can talk. But before, especially before the internet, like, it's not like, and especially a young guy, like, it's not like everybody was in the same clique like you. Not everybody was a huge Elvis fan. It was sort of like few and far between. And a lot of people, since Elvis wasn't the cool thing, you know, growing up in the 90s or 2000s, you kind of kept it to yourself. I didn't, but a lot of people did, because when I got out of high school and started talking, like, oh, I loved Elvis. I'm like, why didn't you tell me when you were in school? You know, but I say that to say this: when you see people like Joe Rogan, Ric Flair talk so highly about Elvis, you're like, yeah, I love it. And it's like you're sharing that with somebody else. Elvis is bigger than what you think. They also talk about, in this little podcast, the Elvis movie. They both loved it. They both saw it. They loved Austin's portrayal of Elvis. And I'm happy that the world now sees the Elvis story in context. Not that Elvis was just, you know, a product of the mastermind Parker, or, you know, he was just fat after the 68 special, or, you know, stupid stuff like that. I like that this movie put it in context. I don't know how you can like this Elvis movie. I know some people have a problem with it wasn't perfectly in chronological order, and so therefore, who cares? And it was mostly in order. I loved it. Joe Rogan and Ric Flair loved it as well. Here's the clip of them talking about that.
That movie was good. Did you see that movie on The King?
Oh, yeah.
That
I
guy,
loved
Austin,
it.
what is that gentleman's name? Austin, that played
I don't know.
Elvis. Jamie, do you know his name?
He did a fabulous job.
Fantastic. They said the kid was in, like, he talks like that now. He's fucked.
Oh,
He's
wow.
become Elvis. Yeah, Austin Butler. He's fucking really good, man.
Yeah, he is.
Really good. That was a good movie. I'm sure it was a little, you know, all those movies about a real life when the guy's dead. Like, did he really say that?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Tom Hanks was
Fantastic.
All-time heel.
Oh my God, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
That guy, the Colonel, what a fucking creep.
Yeah, no shit. Never let him go overseas. Look at the money he left by never letting him go overseas.
He was scared. He wanted to control Elvis, and then the gambling. Mm-hmm. What a great story, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. The thing about a guy like Elvis, and you could speak to this too, because when you get that famous, like when you're that young and you get that famous, like the whole world is kind of crazy. Like,
Yeah.
how does a guy like that? There was no Elvises before Elvis,
No.
right? I mean, I think he was like before Michael Jackson. He was like the first person like that was just like this mega superstar.
So one thing I'll leave a comment about, and I think you guys will respond to this also. I think you'll agree with me. Like when people tell me they don't like dogs or they don't like Elvis, I really question them. How do you not love dogs, man's best friend? How do you not love Elvis? How could you not? You know what I mean? What's not to like? But I really enjoyed this. I smile about it when I think about how kindly Ric Flair and Joe appreciated Elvis. They thought he was the king, especially when they're talking about that sit-down show. They knew it was his comeback, and they were actually educated on Elvis. So I'll leave it there with that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I also made some other videos about Joe Rogan. He talked about Elvis and karate, a few other things. I made them in the past, within the past year or two. So I'll put the links to those videos in the description because you probably want to watch those as well. Leave me a comment down below. Hit the like button. Talk to you next time.
One night with you, just call my name. Quiet life has been too lonely, too long. Been too lonely, too long. One night, you got me doing what you want me to, baby.